Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. I am Hype the Commentator and thank you all for joining me today. Today we are taking a look back at King of the Ring 1999 for the WWF Championship. It is the Dead Man, the Phenom, the Corporate Ministries, the Undertaker taking on The Rock. The Rock looking to capture the WWF Championship. The Undertaker going to make sure that doesn't happen. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. This crowd here already on their feet. The bell hasn't even rung yet, and they are chanting Rocky. They want to see the great one, the People's Champion, The Rock, defeat The Undertaker for the WWF title. The Rock, without a doubt, a fan favorite here in this one. The Rock eyeing down The Undertaker. The Undertaker so stoic. The Undertaker expresses no emotion. Hands the title over to the ref. Boot to the midsection. And wait a minute. He just attacked the official from behind and now going after The Rock. The match can't start because the official just got knocked down by The Undertaker. What in the world is The Undertaker doing? The Rock now fighting back. As The Undertaker walking the elbow. The Rock. Rock bottom connects. But the bell hasn't rung because the match never started because The Undertaker took out the referee. This match would be over at 1, 2, and Paul Bearer pulls out the next official that came in. And Paul Bearer just knocked out the second official. Rock could have been champion in record time, but The Undertaker and Paul Bearer both making sure that doesn't happen. And The Rock went for a clutch. Undertaker ducked. Looking to go for a ride. What goes up must come down. The Rock gets nailed with a heavy choke slam. Now The Undertaker looking to put The Rock down for the 3. And The Rock able to kick out at 2. Paul Bearer arguing with the referee, telling him that was 3. But it was as 2 as it gets. The Rock found a way to kick out. Hard right by The Undertaker. The WWF title is on the line. The fans here are on their feet. These Rocky chants are electric, are just as electric, if not more electric, than The Rock himself, the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment, as he goes for a clubbing blow on The Undertaker. Looking for another right. Boom! What a right. Nails The Undertaker, sends him right down to the mat. And now The Undertaker gets sent over the top to the outside on the floor, and The Undertaker says, forget this. I'm still WWF champion if I leave and get counted out. The Rock not going to let The Undertaker retreat as he meets The Undertaker with clubbing blows on the entranceway. But the last thing you want is to get counted out here. It is not a no DQ match, but the ref gonna let it roll, gonna let this one slide. Despite everything. It gets, because the stakes are so high. He does, oh no, not a chokeslam on the floor. No, okay. The Rock breaks free. Oh, but The Rock gets taken down with a clothesline, spine first on that hard floor. The concrete floor, Rock's spine first. Let's take a look at that chokeslam that we saw earlier on. Let's look at it from a different angle. Look at the height of The Undertaker caught on that chokeslam, the way The Rock landed perfectly on his spine. And The Undertaker going after the spine, it seems. All the damage that's being done to the spine of The Rock. First the chokeslam, then the clothesline on the floor. The Rock landing on his back. Now The Rock gonna start fighting back. These two now gonna go to the other side of the entranceway. And now both men going at it. The Rock only at 27 years of age, giving The Undertaker what he's got, a young stud, to say the least, about this man. Oh my. The Undertaker just sends The Rock right into the steel guardrail. I mean, these two should have been counted out already. And now calling for perhaps a near disqualification if choked out The Rock. They've got to get back to the ring. That's the only way this match can end, via pinfall or submission in the center of the ring. The Undertaker with a heavy right to The Rock. Boot to the midsection. The Undertaker really going to work on the People's Champion. And The Rock being pulled back to the ring. Now they're starting to go back to the ringside area, but The Rock fights back at The Undertaker. The Undertaker is backstepping. He's retreating a little bit. Rock looking for a suplex on the floor. Undertaker blocks it. Oh, Rock spine first. Again, the spine of The Rock getting the worst of that one once again. And what that does with The Undertaker working on the spine of The Rock throughout this match is it makes it harder for The Rock to pick up The Undertaker for the rock bottom. It takes a lot out of your back to pick up your opponent, especially when the opponent is nearly 7 foot tall and 300 pounds. The Undertaker sending The Rock face first into those steel steps. And The Undertaker stalking The Rock as his prey. The Undertaker so dangerous. And The Undertaker sends The Rock back into the ring. This is where things can end. This match can only end here, inside the squared circle. Another shot to The Rock. And a boot to the back of the Rock. The Undertaker continuing to go to work. Going to go for a cover, lateral press. Rock kicks out at 1. The Rock using the ropes to try and pull himself back up, back to a vertical base. But The Undertaker not going to let that happen as he drives the boot into the back of the neck of The Rock. And now the rope break begins because The Undertaker was using the top rope for leverage. And The Rock, now this time, going to pull himself up, back up to one knee. The Undertaker going to go out to the arm of The Rock. Has wrist control, going to wrench on the arm of The Rock. Perhaps maybe breaking the arm, pulling the arm out of its socket. The Undertaker continuing to work on the arm of The Rock. This is exactly where you want The Rock if you're in The Undertaker's position. The Rock's arm is in deep trouble. This could prevent The Rock from nailing a rock bottom. And school is about to be in session as The Undertaker heads to the top rope because The Rock's going old school, but instead The Rock counters, and The Undertaker's family jewels connect with the top rope, and the People's Champion has some fight left in him. Great counter from The Rock. The Rock has some water. Seems he's thirsty. And spits it right in the face of The Undertaker. Heavy right nails The Undertaker to the outside on the floor. The Rock did that back at WrestleMania. And now he did it again here tonight at King of the Ring, 1999. The Rock, what a clothesline, sends The Undertaker over the barricade into the crowd. Now we're heading into the WWF crowd. And what a clubbing blow to The Undertaker. And these two, now things pick up, things get dangerous here. This isn't going to be safe. There's so many ways for these two to get hurt outside the ring. But you know what they say? This ain't ballet. This is a fight between two of the top stars in WWF today. A cold beverage sent to the face of The Undertaker. This match is as personal as it gets between The Undertaker and The Rock. These two fighting out and fighting at it in the stands. The Undertaker goes back over the rail. Gonna go to work on The Rock, who was down and out. Rock's trying to get back up to his feet. He's on his knees. These two are really bringing the fight to each other. This isn't just a match. This isn't just a, your standard WWF title match. This is a fight. And they are taking it out to the crowd, to the stands, and it seems they're working their way back to the ringside area. close. I want a right to the Rock, but Rock blocks it. Now the Rock, with some rights of his own, sends the Undertaker over the barricade. And now back in the ringside area, these two are. And now they need to get it back in the ring. Oh, Undertaker sent face first in to the steel steps. And now onto the ring bell. Undertaker goes face first. This is absolutely brutal. The Rock has a chair. Oh my, what a collision. The bell hit the chair into the face of the Rock. The chair bounced off the Rock. And the Undertaker now back up to his feet as he tries to pull himself. Now he's back to his feet. You can see the damage has been done to both these two men. They're giving it everything they've got. The fans trying to rally behind The Rock with a Rocky chance. They want to see The Rock become the new WWF champion. But is he going to be able to do it? Or is The Undertaker just too powerful for The Rock? The Undertaker sends The Rock back into the ring. He's draped over the ring apron. Elbow to The Rock, to the neck. And again, going to drive that elbow deep on the throat of The Rock. Going to block the airway. Do some damage to the trachea there. And now Paul Bearer with shots to the Rock while The Undertaker distracting the ref. Using his shoe to his advantage. And The Undertaker gets back up to his feet. Back in the ring. The Rock back up to his feet. Rock is stunned. Gets caught by a right from The Undertaker. And The Rock trying to pull himself back up. And now sent face first into the turnbuckles. The Undertaker is in control. Deep into the driver's seat. The Rock having a hard time. And The Undertaker just makes the ref flinch. The ref definitely knowing his role right now. Undertaker, one of the most intimidating presences we've ever seen here in the WWF. And now The Rock fights back. He's fighting his way back in this. Can Rocky do it? Undertaker stops all of The Rock's momentum with a thunderous DDT center of the ring. Definitely delivered on that one with that. What a DDT from the dead man. And The Undertaker, lateral press. Oh, and The Rock able to kick out once again. It's not going to do it just yet. The Undertaker now going into a chin lock on Rocky. The Undertaker weakening his opponent. That's what makes The Undertaker so dangerous, so demonic. The Rock will not stay down. Rocky will not die. And The Rock trying to fight with everything he's got to push through all the pain that The Undertaker's caused him throughout this match as he finds his way back up to his feet. Fighting back, trying to break free The Undertaker's grip, and he does for the time being. The Rock looking to pick up some steam, but a big boot. A big boot from The Undertaker stops The Rock right in his tracks. Lateral press, cover, and no. Perhaps if he had hooked the legs, that one could have done it, but The Undertaker going to go right back on the attack with a chin lock once again, blocking off the airway, going to do some damage to the neck. The Rock, so athletic, has so much heart as he continues to fight with everything he's got. He's going to have to find a way out of this. He's going to have to find a way to best The Undertaker, but that is no easy task. It is easier said than done when it comes to stepping inside the squared circle and going toe-to-toe with The Undertaker. The Undertaker could be a matter of moments from putting The Rock to sleep. The second time the Rock's arm goes down, one more time, this one's over. The Undertaker will leave as the WWF champion. The Rock has some fight left. There is still fight left, and Rocky will not die as he's back up to his feet. And he breaks free of The Undertaker's grip once again. But The Undertaker with a knee to the midsection to stop The Rock's momentum. The Rock with a counter. Undertaker counters. Waist lock on The Rock. Back elbow to The Undertaker. These two going at it. Now The Rock counters once again. Look at this. Samoan drop from The Rock. And his near false shades of the High Chief Peter Maivia. Wasn't enough to keep down The Undertaker. Paying homage to his late grandfather, the High Chief, with that Samoan drop. Not enough to keep Undertaker down for the 3. And now both men back up to their feet. The Rock now starting to pick up some much needed momentum. Ducks under the Undertaker. Oh, but a double clothesline. Both men taking each other out. Great minds think alike. Both men taking each other out have the same idea in mind. And we are back down to square one. And the count starts. Paul Bearer trying to get behind The Undertaker, trying to motivate him to get him back up to his feet, telling him he needs to rise up. Who wants it more? This is where the true heart shows, where the champion's mentality comes in. Who wants to be the champion? Will The Undertaker retain? Oh, and The Undertaker sits back up. The Rock up to his knees, trying to get to those ropes to pull himself back up. Much like The Undertaker's used the ropes to pull himself back up. These two are spent. The Rock fights back. Here we go, The Rock with clubbing blows to The Undertaker. This is exactly what The Rock needs right now in this very moment as we head in the deep waters of this matchup. The Rock unloading these heavy blows onto The Undertaker. And The Undertaker with a right to The Rock. And The Rock sent to the corner. And Undertaker's Rock up on his shoulders. Rock breaks free of that. Rock snap DDT, sends Undertaker into the mat, center of the ring. But The Rock unable to capitalize. But what he does get from this is time to regroup. He gets the arms on. Oh, and that was only enough for a 2 count. Was able to get a cover just barely. But with no legs hooked, no lateral press. Not enough to keep Undertaker down for the 3. But there's definitely wear and tear on these two bodies just from this match alone. Oh, and the ref gets taken out with the clothesline. The ref was not where he should have been. And The Rock takes The Undertaker down. Here comes the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. Here comes the People's Elbow. People's Elbow, and it connects. And that's going to do it, but there's no official one. Do we have a new champion? But there's no ref up. The ref is down. The Rock knocked him down. What'd you expect? What? There's a low blow. That's cheap, but the ref never saw it, so it doesn't matter. What is that? What? Paul just poured something on a cloth. Whatever it is, it's messing with The Undertaker. Clothesline to The Undertaker. The Rock not going to go down that way. And The Rock has the rag. And now going to use it on The Undertaker. The Undertaker going to be put to sleep. The champion. The ref is down. There's nothing that can be done about it. The Undertaker is fading. The Undertaker. Oh, here comes Triple H. Come on now. Oh, come on. What a classic this was. And now Triple H is here to spoil it with a pedigree to The Rock. The Rock absolutely had this match won. And now Triple H got involved. Both men are down. But the evidence is on The Undertaker. Helmsley is disgusting. The fact that he would get involved in this match after everything these two have already put each other through. Triple H did not need to be involved. And the fans trying to rally behind Rocky to get him back up. The Undertaker is down. The Rock is down. Both men are down. Who wants this more? Undertaker starting to stir a little bit. The Rock has barely moved, if at all. Paul Bearer trying to get The Undertaker back up to his feet. Match this ended by disqualification or count out And just before the 10, The Undertaker finds his way back up to his feet, then collapses right back down. He had his hand on The Rock, but The Rock able to kick out, just barely kicking out. That could have been it, but it wasn't enough to keep The Rock down for the 3. Triple H thought that pedigree was going to do it to help The Undertaker win. And now this is going to do it. If that didn't do it, this is going to do it. Tombstone pile driver. Thank you for coming, Rock. And The Undertaker retains. The Rock had the title won, but The Undertaker had a better strategy with some outside interference from Paul Bearer being in his corner and Triple H with that pedigree towards the end, allowing Undertaker to leave as still the World Wrestling Federation champion. Undertaker can barely stand on his own 2 feet. He's having a hard time leaving. That's just how much these two put each other through. The Undertaker barely surviving. The Rock could not overcome Paul Bearer and Triple H. The Rock was outnumbered, and in the end, The Undertaker leaves King of the Ring as still the World Wrestling Federation champion. All right, everybody, and that was The Undertaker versus The Rock at King of the Ring 1999 for the World Wrestling Federation championship. In the end, with all the help The Undertaker had, the numbers were too strong for The Rock. Between Paul Bearer's interference throughout the match and that pedigree from Triple H to The Rock at the end, The Rock just couldn't survive, and a tombstone pile driver from The Undertaker to The Rock would lead The Undertaker to victory and leaving King of the Ring as still the WWF champion. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning into today's video. Don't forget, follow me on all my socials, on Instagram at Hype the Commentator, Twitch at Hype the Commentator, on TikTok at Hype the Commentator. Subscribe to me on YouTube right here at Hype the Commentator and Hype Commentator on X. Thank you all for all the love and support, and I will see you all in the next one.